Hello everyone and welcome back to Packs and Recreation. And you know what this means? Big backdrop, big items. So today we are reviewing another bag. Or well, maybe the first bag. But today we're reviewing the UltraPro Collector's Deluxe carrying case. So, you know, the fun thing about UltraPro is that if you have a channel like this, which is heavily infused in TCG stuff and then other things that I find cool from time to time. But basically, mostly TCGs, you think UltraPro and you think cards, but they are actually a collectibles company. And therefore, even a baseball ball has the spotlight here, right? And then other UltraPro products, but mostly the baseball. So what do we get with the UltraPro Collector's Deluxe carrying case? I mean, they don't have the catchiest names, but at least they're easy to understand. So what do we have here? Modular design with adjustable removable inserts accommodates sport memorabilia supplies, which checks, I guess. Is this a puck? Interesting. Perfectly customizable for UltraPro sports accessories. So double sports, I am starting to feel that maybe this wasn't exactly for me, but 12-inch pocket holds 9 pocket portfolios, so that we can relate to. So that's that's more my alley. Suitcase style handle, check. Adjustable padded shoulder strap extends to 60 inches in length. Can you put this, like, if they do the same product, like manufactured by UltraPro International California, blah, 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 and then you have the Belgian one, which ironic that they have their stuff right next to where the Magic cards are done too. Everything in Belgium. Interesting. Like, would it be too much to ask UltraPro for you to include, you know, the metric system? Like, I'm already familiarized with, you know, inches due to TVs and all that, right? So it's like 12 inches, and you're like, more or less, right? Like, but it's like, if this is the same product for Europe, can you please put in like metric besides the freedom units? Because and includes 10 adjustable divider inserts. So let's see how it goes. Now, in terms of a bag, well, it's a bag. It really it feels more like a lunchbox, but you know, like a lunchbox for when you're an adult. So you know that you know that when you're a kid, you have like cool metal lunchboxes, right? So when you're a kid, you have the cool stuff like this, right? Like, have like a metal lunchbox, or at least, well, when you're a kid back in my day. So and like metal tins, cool stuff, you carry your lunch, you know, the classics. And nowadays they have like versions of this, but overall, but when you become an adult, suddenly it becomes all about this, because it's like more serious, and also it's like for keeping the temperature of stuff and so on. So everything becomes like this. So if you are relatively old, I'm sure that you use something like this, or you have seen a coworker with something like this. So not a mystery, but so that's not very appealing. In terms of size, what can I give you to give you a comparison here? Well, we are TCG people after all, so let's compare it with a deck, right? So, and I love saying like we are TCG people as if like it's a tribe or something. So this is a Boulder with a Commander deck, double sleeve. So Boulder for the sake of the size. So it's more or less the size, right? You have the units too, but I'm afraid we don't have the units here, like the size. And even if we had them, they will be in freedom units. So I don't know if it will be relatable for everyone. But deck box, this size. So let's see how it's inside. In terms of like, it has somewhat of a frame. This is me before opening it for the first time. So maybe it has a frame because it's brand new. I don't know. We will see in a second. In terms of texture, well, it's the usual. I don't even know how to describe this material, but you know, like breathable, well, it looks like breathable, but it's not really. Like canvas-like material, like you can hear it against my gloves, like that sort of thing, you know? So let's see what's inside. What's in the box? Yep, so I was correct. The frame is there. It's not because it's new. So here is the pocket that holds stuff. Oh, okay. I mean, this is new. I swear. Okay, well, this is some degree of dirty something. Or maybe it's scratches, but it looks like it's just dirty, which is interesting. But it's somewhat flimsy, you know, so it's flexible. You can feel like there is a piece of cardboard inside. Very likely cardboard because of the way it claps, say like that. Is it a cardboard or some very, very thin plastic? I hope it's plastic. So you have some padding and then plastic, I guess. In terms of, yeah, it smells like plastic. So nothing new there. In terms of what fits in here, they say like portfolio pages. So I don't know if there is a psychopath that does this, but let's see. So these are UltraPro 9-pocket portfolio pages. And it doesn't fit that easily. Is that exactly what it says it carries? It says like okay, 9-pocket portfolios, not 9-pocket pages. But the size will be favorable, right? So there you go. If for some reason you want to do this, if you are that type of person, I'm guessing that you can fit that. But this is literally a brand new 9-pocket portfolio from Pokemon. So UltraPro, so everything within brand. Same pages in here, so nothing too crazy. Does it fit? Yes, of course it fits. So weird. Well, there you go. That's the review for that one. So there you go. Which is not that bad because it gives it somewhat of a spine. Now, if it had actual cards and this thing was the actual depth that it's supposed to be, which is something like this, right? More or less, like, you know, because I hate it that it is skewed. But if it was something like this, with more, and I guess this is the best way of doing it, right? With the open side towards, like, inwards. So yeah, it will work. It will give you more of a spine to. Now, one thing that worries me is that, well, you know, this is the whole meme of like protecting the thing that's supposed to protect the thing. So where does it end? But it does worry me to a degree. Like if you have a portfolio here that you kind of care about, this is not very good because it's gonna hit. See, do you hear that boom? That's basically this hitting. And I think some of these like marks are more like scratches because of this. But yeah, so not 100% into the whole thing because it doesn't look like it, but it actually you know, extrudes a little bit. It comes out of it a little bit, just enough. Now, contrary to other UltraPro products, well, comes with silica. There you go. Do not eat, but very useful for keeping your stuff dry. So it comes with some dividers, always great, and different sizes of dividers. So let's see. Can I open this? There you go. Well, that was this the worst way of opening this? Maybe. Did I break anything? No, I didn't. Okay, it's just this plastic. This plastic is the weirdest one. Interesting. Because it's not like a wrapper. It is, but it's like hard. Weird. So the dividers are in 2 sizes, which, well, I can guess for what now. And they fit into those slots, I guess. Not a bad system, not a great system. The material of this is UltraPro plastic, which is a very specific type of plastic. But you know what I mean. It's plastic that is not 100% flimsy, but it is kind of flimsy. So it doesn't say like it kind of fits, but not 100%. So if you actually make it fit, I still have pieces of plastic. if you have to make it fit by any means necessary, like this, it doesn't, see, like it doesn't keep in there. So interesting. So I'm assuming that maybe I'm just forcing the thing and I'm an idiot because this is the small one, right? So it should be there, here. There you go. So yes, I was an idiot. I still am, let's be honest here. So small dividers, that's why we only have 3. And you get a lot more for the middle ones. Now I can feel some resistance already because this thing is putting pressure against this one already. So, and I can feel like these things are going to scratch each other, or maybe like I'm doing it wrong again. And it's like 3 sizes. Well, I'm doing it wrong again. I don't mind. Yep. What an idiot! Oh my god! You can already tell. You can tell I recorded this late because this is likely my most efficient video to date. So okay, still there is some resistance there, not so much, but because let's be honest, it's very likely that you want to put everything in the same lines, and it works, right? If you want to put everything in the same lines, they collide, so you can do this, right? But it's not ideal. It's not what they want from you. So ideally, it's like, sorry, but you can't have like symmetry. It needs to be something like this. And you can see the thing putting pressure on the whole thing. So it's an interesting cage design. And as you can imagine, I can go here and go like, oh, it fits a boulder. Like it fits whatever you want, honestly. Like here's a boulder. You can put a baseball ball, apparently, as they said, right? Like bigger deck boxes or bigger stuff. Now, it's not super duper flexible in the sense that you have these 3 sizes and like, yeah, right? Like it fits all sorts of deck boxes. Like this is great, for example. It's not like a snug fit, but yeah, you can already likely thinking about it. You're likely thinking, my friend is an UltraPro product, so I use UltraPro stuff. So there you go. Same fit. I mean, at the end of the day, the deck boxes are all more or less the same size, like for basic deck boxes. Now, you can fit some other crazy stuff in here if you want, but you get the gist, right? You get 3 dividers of each size, let's say, and it is not the, it's not the strongest of bags, I will say, and you can remove this. The problem is, if you remove this, in my very humble, honest opinion, then just buy a bag. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing here that's like a card game or collectible, besides you liking the branding or the colors, because, I mean, without this, it's just a bag. An okay bag, mind you. It's not like a crazy bag. It's just like a bag. So you really need this cage. And this cage is kind of flimsy, not gonna lie. Like, I'm not going too crazy over it, Like, at least you get some freedom of customization, right? Like, let's say that you want to do like a very small slot here because you want to put, I don't know, like some cards or some tokens or some slates or whatever. Maybe you want to put, I don't know, a box of sleeves or something, right? Like something like that. It works and it's okay. But at the end of the day, like it's kind of deep, right? It's kind of made for putting a deck box vertically. You kind of can see that was kind of the intention there, right? And it's made in a way that there is some wiggle room. Like there's always some wiggle room, regardless of in which place you put the thing. And in this one, you can snugly fit one horizontally. Even this one. However, fun thing, it gets snuggier here because of what I already said, which is putting dividers affects the structure of the whole thing, which is very interesting because they are made to fit, right? So long story short, you can just configure and do this in whichever way you feel more comfortable with, but the whole thing with the slots is the whole thing with with the fitting system is you can't do parallel stuff because it doesn't work like that, which is funny because if you touch this, if you squeeze it, you will see that it's like a double thing. It's like a double plastic. So that will invite you to think that it's like, oh, so I can put from both sides. Like, nope, not really, because it occupies both, as you can see there. So if it occupies both, you have stuff like this, which very clearly is living on a prayer. And yes, I double checked. This is the correct size, okay? Like, I didn't make the mistake twice. So a small one, which we have 3 of the small one. We have 3 of the medium one, right? And, well, actually we have 4 of the middle one. And we have 3 of the big one, right? So middle one, big one, and this is a middle one. So this thing is bending this. And now, say, like, for example, for me to do this, it's becoming very difficult because of the pressure that is being applied here. So the more dividers you add, the more difficult it gets. And you can just go primal, see, and just like bend it, and that's it. Like, okay, there you go. But I don't trust that much. See, I told you, right size. I wasn't crazy. See, and now it's kind of okay, but you can tell that this thing is going to get scratches again and again and again. I don't know. So in terms of size, again, this is for comparison. Boulder, see, like the boulder fits very snugly. It doesn't even go down because of the legs or the pieces that fit in here, right? So, and this is a boulder. I can confidently throw a boulder in here because they are very difficult to like scratch in situations like this, right? But I am not that comfortable with the UltraPro one because this thing is made of paper. Not really, it's kind of thin plastic, right? But it's the same kind of plastic as this, so UltraPro plastic. And I know that by doing this, it may get scratches, and the whole point of this is the art and, you know, making it the same as the Commander and all that. So I don't want to scratch my thing, but nor the deck box, but the, you know, it says that you can carry collectibles. Can you carry any collectible? Let's see. I don't know. Well, maybe, more or less. So this Big Daddy doesn't fit, which I randomly is the one thing that I had nearby. But if I do this, right, like, oh, let's carry a collectible. This is actually a valuable thing. I love this thing. Actually, you can put it in an aquarium, by the way, so people don't know, but the material allows you for that. See, and there you go. I can carry my Big Daddy. And it dances a little because, you know, again, you're limited by the slots. So it is what it is. Now, final conclusions, as the prof will say, like thoughts. So this is okay. It's like, thank you, I guess, for giving me this. Now the meant use is okay. It's actually cool, right? You can fit any nine page or 9 pocket portfolio here, or even pages, as you saw. I am worried about this, right? Like, it hits the middle things, as you can see. So, well, you know, this is a entry-level kind of thing. It's funny because it's like, oh, it's for you to take your collectibles, but this is not like a safe box kind of thing. It's just like a thing to carry your collectibles. But you just have, like dividers so that you can put your collectibles in a, you know, separated, and they don't dance that much when you carry this around, which is interesting because if you consider this and you close this, right, like saying the materials are okay, the whole build of this is okay. See, like it's very hard for you to, like, you can't, because the thing is actually very hard. I'm making some pressure. In some points it will give up, but like the frame is actually very good. So even if the whole thing is flimsy, the frame is making all the heavy lifting here. Is, you know, and then assuming you will carry it like this, you know, or even with a strap, which is very, you know, like a laptop thing. It's not that bad to carry like your decks and so on. They will dance a little bit. As I show you, there is some wheel room with, you know, for normal deck boxes. And this is like an entry-level bag, I will say. So, final conclusions. If you get this thing, because this is not like waterproof or anything, it's just okay, right? And they keep insisting that it's for carrying deluxe carrying case. Like, is this one the deluxe? Okay. Like, you know, it's okay. Calling it deluxe feels because it's like, So this is Deluxe. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, the frame is very good. Like if someone will sit on top of your stuff, I'm making a lot of force here. If someone will sit on top of your stuff, it wouldn't hurt it, which is actually good. It will hurt everything else. Like it will hurt the bag itself. And if you have a portfolio, it will suffer. If it is a hard portfolio like this one, because this portfolio is hard, like look at this, like even more resistance to your whole build. If it is like a soft portfolio, well, but still it will just get marks against the frame, but it will keep horizontal because this thing is actually very strong because the frame is strong, right? So that's not bad. So I will say that the build construction is okay. It looks like a lunchbox for adults, so a boring one basically. And this thing does all the heavy lifting. Now, the dividers are a welcome addition, but the whole setup is very iffy. Like, see, like this thing already after making some pressure, can you hear that? Like after making some pressure, it's already like giving a little bit because, you know, and obviously the more dividers you put, the stronger it will get because it will get more, you know, distribution points. So it will get stronger if you put more dividers. So that's not bad. If you take this out, however, it's just a very meh bag, to be honest. So the price point, it depends. I honestly don't know how much I paid for this because I didn't pay. It was a gift. And I'm very thankful for it. But I don't know. Like I know UltraPro, right? It's like you look at this and it's like this is a $20 bag, kind of, you know. But you know them, and you know it's like it's gonna be 35 or something. Like, give me a second and I will check. Okay, so I just went to the UltraPro site. 43 American dollars for this. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, okay, this is not. You know, I was like, oh, this should be a $20 thing, but they are going to charge like 35. And what do you know? Because it's called Collector's Deluxe, right? So I have 43 American freedom dollars for these. No, my friend. There is nothing premium about it. like 43 bucks for these. You whiz Louise. Like, yeah, I think I'm going to return this. Like, I'm going to return this to the person and tell the person, like, okay, see, look, return it, get the money back, and we will do something else with it. Like I will take you out to dinner or something. Like, unless they got like a very good discount or something. Because 43, I mean, you're not supposed to return, you know, presents, and you need to be grateful and so on. So, you know, it's a joke. But the whole thing is, damn. Now, positives, sturdy. Well, sturdy. Like, it will offer resistance. See like how there is less resistance now because I removed the dividers, right? So when you put the dividers in, obviously, it gets stronger. If you put a portfolio in there, it gets a lot stronger, even more if the portfolio is actually hard like this one. In terms of aesthetic, very boring. Nothing deluxe about it. Nor the outside, nor the inside. It's just, okay, if you remove the dividers inside or the skeleton, this thing is just like a very meh bag, to be honest. So, and you can put deck boxes from UltraPro and from other brands, and they have some wiggle room, and you can adjust it. So technically, it will fit whatever you need. But this is not a $43 product. I know that it's called like collectors and deluxe and all that, but in my heart of hearts, this is like a $25 thing, maybe 30 if you really push the envelope. Like, and if you want my you know, if you want my opinion, it should be like $20, like 25 at most. I'm going 35 because I know it's UltraPro, and they will put like a collector's deluxe thing, and already like goes up because people go like, "Oh, this is better for my collectors." But this is giving us nothing. Like, this is not waterproof material. It's not anti-slashes or anything. You know, it's like for $50, you can just get a very nice backpack and just carry your stuff in there. Because let's be honest, your deck boxes can go there. Your baseball, if it's already in a box like this, it can go in a backpack. You just need to be careful about it. Same with the puck and pretty much everything, right? And the portfolio is just going to any backpack. Like, just get yourself a very good backpack for $50. Like, this is you're not getting anything. Like, yes, the skeleton, but unless you really have something very delicate that will benefit from being in a skeleton, just like put them in a backpack and just buy deck boxes or bags and put the stuff in bag. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a $43 thing to me. So that's kind of the review. It's okay. It's not worth the admission price. The admission price is kind of high end to me, and this does not say high end to me. This says okay end to me. And things will dance around, as you can hear. In this case, it's the dividers, but even if you have deck boxes in there, they will dance because there is always a little wiggle room. And overall, it's okay. Like $25, nothing more. And that's the review. But hey, if you have one and you don't agree with me, just please let me know down below. And as usual, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all those things that the cool kids do and say, because I'm a cool kid too. And I will see you next time on PAX and Recreation. Bye.